Hey, how's it going? So a year ago, almost to the date, I recorded this video diary and I uploaded it on YouTube. I left it unlisted with the intent of revisiting it a year later, right? So here we are. I'm going to watch this together. Since I edited the video, I haven't watched it since then, so I don't really recall too much about what's in it. So yeah, let's just get into it together.
Hey, so this is kind of like a video diary, if you will, maybe a time capsule. So I don't know if you can see it, but today is April 12th, 2025. You
Yeah.
can see that or not, but give it a shot.
All right, so today's recording is April 14th, so 2 days late. My bad, sorry. Side note, that studio I thought looked great. That studio looks like absolute garbage. This is way better, I think, anyway. And lighting, like I kind of figured out lighting, kind of figured out audio a little bit more. I don't know, it's kind of a learning process, this whole video thing.
Anyway, point of this is to make this video and then make it available exactly 1 year from now. Just to, I don't know, take a look back at the past, which is my current. So a brief rundown. Let's see. Friday before last, woke up with a pretty bad fever. Concerns of it being dengue, seeing that Joe and Natalie had dengue fever a week prior. But the fever broke within 12 hours, maybe. So really wasn't worried about that, but had stomach cramps for 5 or 6 days. Still shitting through a screen door, so that's an issue.
So I'll pause it. I vaguely recall being sick, but I do recall Natalie and Joe having dengue. They were in the pediatric clinic for, I think Joe was in there for almost a week. But yeah, it was rough. Yeah, I don't think I've been sick since maybe a fever broke maybe 5 or 6 months ago, but it wasn't even like a 24-hour flu. It was like a couple hours. I just felt like dog shit. I don't know. But yeah, let's continue.
I do have some medication that the pharmacist gave me, saying that they're concerned maybe that there's bacteria in the intestines, something that they ate. Yeah, but
know.
Apart from that,
no idea.
Right?
No idea.
Did an early Khmer New Year party over at Sangat's place. Did that was with Tang, Kevin's wife.
That was a good time. I remember that.
And their kid. So yeah, I mean, overall, like I'm doing okay. Been kind of sliding into a weird depressive state as of lately, but there's no fucking reason for it.
Stop it again. This seems to happen like once a year. About once a year. It just falls into this weird depression. And there's no real reason for it, like I said. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems to happen. You get over it. Life goes on. Everything's fine. You do the typical man thing and just bury it, stuff it back down in there and fucking deal with that shit tomorrow. I guess there's a thing where like men also go through this weird hormonal change. I don't know if it's related or not. I don't know. I watched this thing on YouTube, like a podcast about it.
Men go through menopause. The technical term is andropause, but menopause to me sounds much better.
I fell asleep in the middle of it, so I really don't know too much of it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird depression thing that just kicks in from time to time. But yeah, like I said, you just get over it.
So one of the kids suck yet. So she just got top honors in her Khmer class. And that's super fucking cool because you know, it took her from an environment that didn't really care about school that much, and she was struggling. So seeing her progress and excel in this environment is fucking awesome for me.
She's still doing good, by the way.
Yeah, motorbike's doing okay. Horn stopped working. Don't know what the fucking deal is there, but we'll figure that out. Got the speedo figured out. Fucking speed again. Sensor in the rear broke a pin in the connectors. I don't know. That's fucking bizarre.
Just pause it there. I don't know. The speed sensor on the ADVs, it's at the very rear end of the swing arm where like all the mud and the shit that your tires kick up, like it's just a horrible spot for it to be. So that plug ended up getting corroded, and I went through another speed sensor again. So I don't know if it's just bad design or what. I was going to pull it out and solder a connection to it. I don't know if that's the right answer or not. I don't know. But, I mean, I guess the advantages of the current situation is that my motorbike is accruing 0 mileage. But the bad side is I have no idea how fast or slow I'm going. I don't know. I don't really look at it that often, to be honest with you. Like, you just kind of flow with traffic, and that's that. So, I fixed it then, and then the plug got corroded and all crapped out like a couple months later. So, I've been running without a speedo for 8-9 months now, and it is what it is, and you just deal with it. The other bad part is your traction control and ABS are gone because the bike doesn't know how fast you're going. So, yeah, I don't know. But ride decently, you don't need that shit.
But all in all, everything's okay. Saving money for my trip back to the U.S. I don't
doing
really
that
know,
again too.
Don't really know what my timeline for that's going to be. I guess it all depends on the situation with the kids, whether whether the one goes to Phnom Penh or I don't know. Don't even know.
So what ended up happening last year is they ended up going to Kevin and Tang's, and Kevin and Tang took care of him and watched after him for the 3 weeks while I was gone. Bong took him to school, did all the school runs for me in a pass app, which was nice for them because it was in the middle of rainy season. So, so that allowed me to travel back to the States. I'm planning a trip back to the States again this year, as I do every year. However, this whole Iran thing kicking off, it's jacked up the prices, and then like wanting to go in the summertime, like I really wanted to hit 4th of July this year. The problem is flying into Seattle where FIFA World Cup shit is going on. So like the prices just are stupid. So looks like I don't know, but I was looking at tickets earlier today. It's looking kind of like mid-September, late August, mid-September, somewhere around there. I don't know, but I'm sure I'll have a follow-up video for that.
Still saving money for that trip, though. Yeah.
Kevin's wife is like my savings account. I send money to her. She stashes it on the side so that I can't spend it because, I don't know, I guess at the heart of things, I'm an American consumer. I can't help but just spend money. Burns holes in my pocket, you know what I mean? So anytime I'm saving up, I've been sending her the cash.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing okay. This house is fine. You know, it's not extravagant by any means, but it gives me my personal space. It gives me a bedroom downstairs, which is nice because it stays relatively cool. Yeah.
So that house had some minor issues, like the water pump kept going out because the water that was coming in wasn't the cleanest. So the pressure valve that would turn the water pump on and off would get all gummed up and shit. So I was replacing that thing like every 2 months. But the house, like in comparison to where I'm at now, that house is great. The reason why I moved is because they sold it. Like the owners, the people that had built it ended up moving back to Australia. And so it just became a rental. And then they decided that they were going to stay in Australia, I'm guessing. So they put it on the market and sold it. And then it got sold, and the people wanted to begin construction on a second house and make like major alterations in the house. So I was, everything was fine. They were going to honor my year contract to all of a sudden, we need to start making changes to your house in 3 weeks. So it's kind of a mad rush to find a place. Found this one. It's further out, makes the school runs a little bit further. And then, you know, I mean, it's Cambodia. Like all the houses are going to have an issue of some kind. I don't know. I would say this house is probably at about 80%. You know, not the nicest place I've lived in, but definitely not the worst. I've done my best to kind of make it my own. But I haven't lived here during rainy season, so that's going to be an adventure. We'll see what problems the house has from there. I don't know. Sorry, that was a little long.
Above ground pool. That's nice. Still single. Every time, you know, I've looked into a few females in the last month or two. Let's just say the last month.
I've just stopped looking.
Caught my eye that seemed like they might be a potential good fit.
It's just not on my priority list.
The more I get to know them, the less I have any fucking desire. And kind of coming into the realization that I might be happier just being fucking solo.
The truth is, I get lonely from time to time, right? Like, I need a partner. I want a partner. You know, I don't know. You know, my basic rule of thumb is it's a shitty way to explain it. If you know 10 assholes, you're probably the asshole. So like every time I start like getting to know somebody, something happens that just turns me off, that doesn't make me want to continue that relationship. And the more I look at it, it's got to be me, right? It's got to be me, whether my expectations are too high, which I don't think they are, but I don't know. I don't know, but definitely the problem is me, for whatever that is.
You know, it sucks. It sucks not having that companion in life, but
True.
I don't know. I've been single for so fucking long that I do just fucking fine.
I like solitude. There's something to be said about that.
Going on? Not really a whole lot. Huang is still a pain in the ass. Still tries to pull her bullshit.
She's still a pain in the ass.
Her mom.
I'll stop right there. Yeah, Huang's just a pain in the ass. Teenage angst, you know, she's starting to kind of come into her own person and figuring out I guess who she is, who she wants to be, whatever. Like I can't really fault her for it. If she crosses the line, like I set her back in the path. I explain. I try to explain everything that I do. So like if I correct something, I try to explain why I'm correcting it and the consequences of not correcting versus like this is how we do things and this is why. Um, you know, back in the day, when I was a kid, dad would tell you do something, you ask him why, and his response would be because I fucking told you, right? Which in itself is a valid reason, right? Dad tells you to do something, you do it. But I try to provide that why. Yeah, but that's just me. I just try to provide that why. So, you know, trying to, I don't know, buck the system or, um, I don't know, she's a teenager. She's trying to pull some shit at school from time to time. And I get notified by the teacher or the principal at one point. And all you can do is correct it and explain why you're correcting it and, you know, what was wrong and how to mediate that, I guess. But, I don't know. I'm I'm winging it. I'm doing the best that I can. I think I'm pulling it off okay, but only time will tell, I guess.
Supposed to visit, didn't.
Oh yeah, her mom.
Supposed to visit last month, didn't. Supposed to visit the month before that, also didn't. So, I think internally the kid's going through some shit, which, understandable. But yeah, I don't know.
Since that time, by the way, she's only seen her mom once, and I ended up sending her up to Phnom Penh to go see her mom. It's, I don't know, sad. I mean, they talk over the phone, video call, and stuff like that. I mean, it's just not the same, But I mean, we're going on, I don't know, pushing a year and 3/4, almost 2 years, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I try to be there for her as that emotional support because mom's just can't make herself available for her child, and that sucks.
We're making do with our little odd family. Yeah, so I guess we'll see what this is in a year and see what our thoughts are.
Since then, we've added one more. Sakyet's cousin is now in school, staying with us. I think she's adapting pretty well. She's doing well in school. She was doing well in school to begin with, but yeah. All the kids. This last report back, this last term final, like all the kids did well enough, like above average in English and above average in Khmer. And Hong, I think, got 4th in her class. I think that was for English. I don't know. I don't have the papers in front of me, so sorry. This was like a month ago. But yeah, like they're doing well in school, and that shows. Like, I don't know. It's fucking cool.
I guess there's a part of me that wants to relocate. Fucking Christ, phone. Part of me wants to relocate somewhere, but
Do not disturb. Figure that part out.
you know, if I go to a different country, I'm gonna have to learn another language, and I'm lazy, and I'm not fucking intelligent enough to just pick shit up like that. So, yeah, probably not gonna be doing that, at least in the next year. So by the time,
I think the depression was like right at the peak in the middle of this video or something. I had thought about potentially relocating to another country, another fresh start, another, I don't know. And then the reality of it is, regardless of where you go, if depression's going to kick in once a year, it's going to kick in regardless of where you're at. And then, if you're in a worse environment, maybe it'll kick in a lot more often. Like, I'm quite certain that if I was back in the States, depression would probably kick my ass like every fucking month or two. So I guess I'm lucky to only have it kick me in the tush like once a year. I don't know.
you're watching this. Yeah, I guess fucking I don't know. I'll still be in Cambodia, I'm sure.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. We're at fucking 7 minutes now, so.
All right, a
See
lot
you
more
later.
than 7 minutes now. So, I don't know, kind of a, let's do it like a State of the Union kind of thing, but like a state of my life, right? I am in a position of comfort. I am in a environment that allows me the space I need to breathe. It allows for me to give back to the community. It allows me to just thrive. Like this place, between the people, the culture, the weather, all of it, right? Just combine it all. I am doing very well. One of my go-to phrases, like anytime somebody's like, "How you doing?" my response would be like, "Always good." Here in Cambodia, that's pretty much an accurate statement. I'm always good, because like a bad day here isn't really that bad. Like a bad day in the States, that's a bad day. All in all, I'm doing well. I am comfortable. I am reasonably happy the majority of the time. There's always something else to do, always something to achieve, and I think that's what allows me the comfort, right? Like, if I didn't have something to do, something to accomplish, fucking a purpose, right? Then I think life would kind of suck. And for the first year or so that I was here, I didn't have a purpose. I was just trying to wing it and figure it out as I went. And now I've got things that I need to do, right? I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning on the weekdays, take the kids to school. I get home about 6:45. Yeah, about 6:45, I think. And sometimes I take a nap, sometimes I don't. There's stuff that needs to get done around the house, I just do it. yeah, like it's nice to be needed. Like my time and my presence is required for multiple people, and to have that underlying need kind of fills me up, right? Like there are people that rely on me. There's people that need me, and that's, I think, where I'm most happy. This YouTube channel, still a hobby. I enjoy the shit out of it. The editing process is always fun, trying to figure out lighting and audio and backdrops and everything that you're going to do. Like, it's cool. It's a learning experience. It's a hobby, when, I guess a pastime, so to speak. So I'm rambling on, and I apologize. So the state of me, the state of the union, the state of me, we're fine. We're doing just fine. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe, go out, enjoy yourself, eat some fucking food. Do something this week that you want to do. Something that you've wanted to do for a while and just haven't. In the next 7 days, I want you to go out and just do something that you haven't done. Yeah. All right. See you later.